Lisa had just unbuttoned her pants, ready to use the restroom, when an ominous feeling struck her. The next moment, the ground shook violently, and she found herself sitting on the railroad tracks. Feeling a slight vibration, a train was hurtling towards her at an incredible speed. She looked into the distance where the tracks disappeared around a bend, and instantly realized that her chance to escape the pursuit had come. Lisa hurriedly called out to her companion and ran towards the tracks. She knew that the train would slow down when turning, and that would be their only chance to climb onto the carriages and escape their pursuers. In no time, the agile Lisa sprang onto the carriage like a coiled spring, while her companion Mike seemed to be in a sorry state. With Lisa's help, Mike finally managed to scramble into the carriage. However, just as they were catching their breath, a strange noise suddenly came from the carriage behind them. The two hesitated before going to check, only to unexpectedly discover several stowaways hiding in the carriage. At this point, they couldn't afford to let their guard down, as the hunters frantically chasing them might have sent these people to ambush them. Lisa's gaze fell on a child in a woman's arms, and she secretly guessed that these people might not have any ill intentions. Just then, the train suddenly screeched to a halt as soldiers were conducting a routine check. Left with no choice, Lisa had to get off the train and voluntarily admit her identity. Mike nervously explained everything that had happened to the soldiers, hastily stating that they were merely trying to escape the hunters' pursuit, and that the few people beside them might be those very pursuers. However, the soldiers' expressions were full of doubt as they turned to leave the scene. At that moment, one of the stowaways, Jack, laughed mockingly in English. Mike realized that Jack was actually one of the hunters. Despite Mike's desperate pleas for help, the soldiers chose to ignore him. With no other options, Mike had to go all in and use his own means to ensure his safety. Follow me for part 2.